Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Franchise Gaming, where it's all franchise content all day, every day. Do not forget to drop a like on this video as well as subscribe if you're new to the channel. There is plenty more of this content coming your way. Hit the notification bell because I do not want you to miss any episodes of the Redskins franchise or any other series on this channel. So here we are in the Washington Redskins franchise. Week number 7, we're going to be taking on the San Francisco 49ers, and then we are going to go into a Thursday night bout on the road against the Minnesota Vikings. Looking forward to it.
Never back down, we will not relent, now and never till the day that we dreamed of. The day that we dreamed of.
Before the highlights, here we are. It is our weekly radio show. Thank you for joining me. It's going to be a short one this week. We only have a couple of questions, but let's get to those. Let's go. First caller, Ethan, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Ethan from Virginia, and I'm calling to say, what are the plans to renovate or rebuild FedEx Field, seeing as it's one of the oldest in the league and one of the worst stadiums in the league?
Well, I'm sure the new owner and new coach would really like to renovate the stadium, renovate FedEx Field. The only problem with that is, in order to do that, you need to make money, and you need to make revenue that you can spend on renovating a field like this. And in order for them to do that, they're going to have to do some winning. So first things first, there's got to be some winning going on. And then money can be put into the stadium, make it a little bit better, maybe even build a new stadium. Who knows? But first things first, you got to get W's in that win column. Okay, now we are going to turn it back over to Nick, who does our weekly video question. Welcome back to the show, Nick. What's your question?
After two great performances from Dwayne Haskins, what are his expectations coming into this next game? And after a strong 4-2 start, what do you think the odds are of this team making the playoffs? And are there any moves you are possibly thinking of making to strengthen the team and get them over that hump? I mean, after two impressive wins, this team looks like it has the talent to possibly make a run.
I definitely think you're onto something there, Nick. This team definitely looks like it might be a little bit better than what was previously expected. Dwayne Haskins has been coming along very nicely. He's looking more along the lines of, I mean, I don't really know how to throw him in there. Maybe, Flacco was pretty good as a rookie. I mean, of course, he didn't end up being everything we thought he would be. But he is certainly having a decent rookie season here. Sometimes his offensive line lets him down, clearly. But there's really no move to be made at the offensive line positions. So there's no move that we can make, really. And after these two games, we're going to be sitting, past week 8 and, there's just nothing we can do at this point unless there is somebody to pick up in free agency, which there isn't at the offensive line spots. So there's not a spot that we can improve upon. Everything else, I think we're doing pretty well. I mean, tight end, Jordan Reed hasn't gotten hurt. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood, everyone. But the receivers have come along really nicely. The running back room has been fantastic this season. God forbid one of those guys get hurt. Haskins has been great. The defense has been really strong. The old guys have been teaching the young guys. We're getting everything we could have asked for. So there's not much I think that they would pick up to get over the hump. But I definitely see this team competing for a wild card spot and maybe even the NFC East division. I don't know. I mean, they did lose to Philadelphia, but they beat Dallas. They beat the Giants. We'll see what they do in their next 3 divisional matchups, their final 3 divisional matchups. But I like their chances right now, and we'll see what they do after these 2 games, where they sit, who knows.
Hello, it's Melvin again. So, I just wanted to call to ask about the approach to slowing down our opponent's tight ends, of course, against the Patriots, I'm really happy with the upset victory over New England, because not a lot of people thought that we'd be able to beat a team like New England this year, but we proved them all wrong. But Ben Watson, who's older than Methuselah, had 8 receptions against us. And then, of course, against the Dolphins, and what a close game that was. Dwayne Allen had 10 receptions for 121 yards and a touchdown. And that's really disconcerting, especially because we have to face off against guys like George Kittle this week. And then against the Vikings, we have to deal with Kyle Rudolph. So what's the approach to slowing down these tight ends? Because they're just torching our defense right now. Anyways, once again, I'm glad to be on the show. And you guys will have a wonderful day, night, or whenever you're listening to this.
Late addition to the show, but we had to get Melvin on. Thank you, Melvin, for that question. Now, yes, the Redskins' tight end defense has been horrible this season. There's no doubt about it. And I don't think it's going to get any better, to be honest with you, against guys like George Kittle and guys like Kyle Rudolph. Those teams just have other weapons on it you got to worry about. I mean, with the Niners, you got to worry about Marquise Goodwin. With the Vikings, you have a lot more weapons to worry about with Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen and guys like that. So stopping the tight ends, I don't think is going to be a huge priority for them because they have a decent record without stopping said tight ends. So I don't think they're that concerned. I think if they're giving up the yardage to the tight ends but keeping the receivers limited, Josh Norman has done a tremendous job. And Dunbar has done a great job helping him out, Quentin Dunbar. And Landon Collins out at safety. So if they can keep the receivers in check, the tight end can do whatever he wants, and he can't win the game alone. That's going to be it for today's radio show. If you guys want to put in a question, please go ahead, make your question, email that to franchiseguy88@gmail.com. We'll be taking questions for next episode starting now. So please get those in by tomorrow. All right, let's move on to the game highlights. Here we go. All right, here we go. First game, Redskins at home, taking on the 49ers. Big sack here, first play of the game for Montez Sweat. People were calling about him. They want to see him in action, and there he is on an 8-yard loss for the Niners. But then on the next play, a very nice play to Kittle for a 16-yard gain, and now a 3rd and 2, and that is going to be caught as well, but Dante Pettis would get injured on the play. Jimmy G on a play fake on first down, going to get it over to Kittle once more, and that's going to go for a first down. And 1st and 10 for the Niners here from the Redskin 30. Redskins wearing those hot alternate unis today. And Kittle making another huge catch down at the 7. Now from the 4, it's a 3rd and goal, and Kittle again in the back of the end zone. Play would be reviewed. It would continue to count. It is a touchdown 49ers. They strike first here on the road in their opening possession. Now Redskins opening possession, it's Adrian Peterson. And still getting a lot of things done, the walking Hall of Famer is. There is a throw right there, and that's complete to Terry McLaurin for the first down from Haskins. Drive going pretty well. 2nd and 1, it's Adrian Peterson. He will take it across the marker, and now a 3rd and 10, and that's going to be complete to Paul Richardson as that gets down to the 5-yard line. Now, here he is. It's Haskins, and he's going to get pressure in the face. It is Sheldon Day who makes the play, getting the sack. Redskins are forced into 3 points. Now a 2nd and 9 for the 49ers, and that's going to be complete. A big throw from Jimmy Garoppolo. And now from the 38, it's a 2nd and 1, and that's a fumble. That's going to be picked up by Landon Collins, and Landon Collins to the house for 6. That's going to put the Redskins up 10-7. 49ers ensuing possession here. It's a 2nd and 10 for Jimmy G. Finding Kittle. Seems to be that Kittle is his number 1 target, but he's 9 for 9 to open this game, Garoppolo. Now a 3rd and 8 and another completion, but it does not go for a first down. Washington takes over. They get into a 3rd and 7, and Haskins cannot get the screenplay away as Eric Armstead going to make a fantastic play on the ball there for the sack. It's a 3rd and 12, and that's a beautiful throw from Garoppolo over to Marquise Goodwin. Now on a 1st and 10, Garoppolo going to get hit from behind. Landon Collins having a huge game. as he comes in for the sack, his third tackle so far. Now a 3rd and 9 and a play fake from Garoppolo. 3rd and 9, it's complete. Marquise Goodwin making 2 big third down plays on this drive. And Garoppolo is 13 of 13 with 2:28 to go in the second quarter. There's a throw, and that's going to be complete across the middle. And now on a 3rd and 4 for Garoppolo to the back of the end zone. Marquise Goodwin, it would be reviewed, it would be upheld. Marquise Goodwin with his first receiving touchdown today, and that's going to be a 14-10 lead for the San Francisco 49ers. 2nd and 1, AP. He would get injured on this play, would not return. 3rd and 1, it's going to be Bryce Love now with the bulk of the carries, with no Peterson, no Darius Geis, obviously still injured, and a 3rd and 7 here, and that's going to be incomplete, but a pass interference on this one is going to give the Redskins a first down. Now a 3rd and 3, Bryce Love going to get it done again as he picks up the first down. 2nd and 12, and Jordan Reed going to get into the end zone for the Redskins, giving them their lead back. A 3-point lead at 17-14. Garoppolo on the play fake. He's going to get sacked. Montez Sweat comes in for his 3rd sack of the ball game right now. And now a 3rd and 15, and that's going to be complete over the middle. Garoppolo 16 of 17 right now. He did have 1 incompletion. There's a huge throw over the middle. Marquise Goodwin making another great play, leaving a 3rd and 4 here later on for San Francisco. A nice throw from Garoppolo and a nice catch right there. That's going to be a first down. And the Niners on the move until a long 3rd down here, and not going to be able to get there, but the Niners will take this field goal attempt from Robbie Gould to tie the ball game at 17. So now, late stages of the 3rd quarter, it's going to be complete over to Bryce Love, and he is going to pick up the first down. 2nd and 7 for the Redskins, and a big sack. Smith comes in and hits Haskins, and that's going to leave a 3rd and 13 as they go for the screen to Bryce Love, but that is eaten up by Eric Armstead and company. So now 49ers on a play fake on 3rd and 2, and a huge sack by Sean Dion Hamilton as he's able to force the punt by San Francisco. Here is said punt as it's Tremont Smith back to return, and a very nice return here as he gets it up the left side to the 45 of San Francisco, causing a short field here. It's 2nd and 6, and it's Samaje Perine. You don't see a lot of runs from him, but he's got 2 for 19 yards in this one. Now, in the tie ball game with just over 6 minutes to play, a big-time catch right there from Jordan Reed, making a huge play. 3rd and goal for the Redskins, and Haskins cannot get away from the rush. It's D. Ford who's able to make the huge sack, and the Redskins settle for 3. They're up by those 3. It's 20-17, and a big first down play, but a fumble right there, and it is going to be picked up by Washington. Josh Norman with the recovery, and Redskins take over. Haskins throwing. He's got Trey Quinn, and Trey Quinn inside the 20 before he's finally brought down at the 18-yard line. And Haskins has only missed 3 passes himself. Here's another throw, and it's a very nice completion to Paul Richardson, getting him down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, and it's Bryce Love walking into the end zone untouched for the Redskin touchdown. And the Redskins get a 10-point lead with just under 2 minutes to play. And Marquise Goodwin is going to toast the Washington Redskin defense for a touchdown. And it's back to a 3-point game here. But the San Francisco 49ers would not onside kick it. They actually kicked it deep. Here's a big throw in just out of reach of Bryce Love, so that will force a Redskin punt. San Francisco's going to have a chance here, and it's a beautiful catch right there for a first down. Jimmy G still has only missed 3 passes today. And now looking to not miss any more, but he throws the interception. Josh Norman, another guy having a huge game. He and Landon Collins, along with Montez Sweat, have been huge today, and that would seal the deal. Jimmy G has a great quarterback rating at 24 of 29 for 367, 3 TDs and 1 interception. Haskins did just enough to win today at 17 of 21 for 174 and a touchdown. Bryce Love would run for 39 yards and a touchdown on 11 carries. Adrian Peterson had 9 carries for 35. Samaje Perine had 4 carries for 34. So 3 running backs over 30 yards would give the Redskins over 100 on the ground, but just like not a single running back. So now to the receiving end, Marquise Goodwin torched our defense, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. Of course, Kittle was going to do his thing at 90 yards and a touchdown. Jordan Reed with our sole receiving touchdown. As far as the defense is concerned, Landon Collins, Montez Sweat, they had huge games out there. Montez Sweat had 3 sacks. Landon Collins had himself a sack and a fumble recovery, and a touchdown. So big game for him. Ryan Kerrigan as well. He had a sack, a forced fumble, and a recovery. Absolutely great game defensively for our squad, even though the scoreboard doesn't always show it. But we'll take it. Now, Trey Quinn after the game is going to get an upgrade. So, of course, we're going to throw that into deep threat, make him a little bit better of a receiver that's going to fit our scheme. So happy to see him be able to do that. And then we're looking at the injury report. No Adrian Peterson. So we're happy that we're going to get him back next game. Now Cole Holcomb, he's going to be out for a little while. So our linebacker core is missing a man. Darius Geis, of course, has 3 more weeks to go. So now taking on the Minnesota Vikings. We'll see what ends up happening. Landon Collins did get himself a Player of the Week award for week number 7 with those 8 tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovered for a scoop and score. So here we go, taking on the Minnesota Vikings, and we got a flag on the play, but Adrian Peterson on the first play of the game. Very nice run. It's going to be a holding call against our offensive line. It's actually against Jordan Reed, the tight end, and Adrian Peterson is out of the ball game. He would not return. So Bryce Love, again, taking over the bulk of the duty. 2nd and 12, it's going to be Paul Richardson, and it's a beautiful play. So Haskins completes his first pass for 27 yards. Now on a 2nd and 2, Haskins going to roll, and he's going to throw an interception picked off by Ron Parker, the safety. Huge interception, and Minnesota will take over. So here's Kirk Cousins in his offense. He's going to hand it off to Dalvin Cook, who's going to sidestep twice. 2 tackles broken, and Dalvin Cook with an early 20-yard run. Now to 2nd and 10, it's Dalvin Cook yet again. Another nice run, but this time he's going to get injured. So Dalvin Cook going to come out of the game. No Cook, no Peterson. It's crazy. So here is Stephon Diggs on a 3rd and 5. He's going to end up with a first down after that completion. Now a 3rd and 7 for Cousins. He keeps dropping back. He finally makes the throw, and it's going to be complete to Laquan Treadwell for the first down. Moving into 2nd and 6. From the 15, it's Stephon Diggs. He gets it to the 5-yard line. Excellent play for him. On 2nd and goal, they give it to Amir Abdullah, who will get in for the Viking touchdown, and the Vikings take the lead at home in their color rush unis. So Redskins take over. It's Samaje Perine, and a great run by him as he'll pick up 15 on his first run of the day. Now the play fake and a double sandwich right there. A little Haskins sandwich. Xavier Rhodes gets in for one of the half sacks. Now 3rd and 18 and a big sack by Danielle Hunter. That's right, Danielle, not Danielle. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings taking over after the punt. And Amir Abdullah with a fantastic run after the catch, setting up the Vikings in Redskin territory. Here's Amir Abdullah again, sidestepping a tackler. There's a nice juke move, and he is going to score the touchdown. Amir Abdullah taking over for Dalvin Cook, and he's going to score. It's going to be a 14-0 lead for Minnesota. So now Washington taking over with the football. It's going to be a beautiful catch by Bryce Love, going up like a receiver. 1st and 10 now, and a huge rush, and that's going to be a fumble. It's going to be picked up by Everson Griffin. Harrison Smith comes in to strip Haskins, and Everson Griffin takes it over. Now a 3rd and 10 for the Vikings, and a beautiful catch there by Stephon Diggs. It would be a nice goal line stand here. 3rd and goal, and beautiful goal line stand by the Redskins defense. That's going to force a field goal, so it's a 17-0 game. Very bad performance so far for the Redskins, but Trey Quinn going to be a little bright spot there as he picks up a first down. 3rd and 14 for the Redskins. They keep getting into these situations, but there's a beautiful catch by Terry McLaurin. That's going to be a first down at the 20-yard line of Mini. So here's a throw. Haskins into the end zone. It's going to be complete. Terry McLaurin, touchdown, as he beats Ron Parker on that one for the score, putting the Redskins back in it. They're down 10 points here in the second quarter. It's Kirk Cousins. He's going to throw the screen. That's going to be incomplete. Redskins will take over after the punt. Here they are on their own 3rd and 10 here. And that's another huge sack as Ron Parker comes in for it. He's been having a great game, except for the TD he gave up to McLaurin. Now 2nd and 4 to Amir Abdullah. He's going to pick up the first down. He's going to run through the entire crowd and break free for a touchdown late in the second quarter of this ball game. And in the first half, look at this. The Minnesota Vikings have scored 24 points already, 24-7, and the Redskins putting a little pressure to try and get a score before the half, as there's a beautiful throw, and that's Bryce Love. And Bryce Love's going to find himself at the 47-yard line of the Minnesota Vikings with a 3rd and 10 here for the Redskins as they just keep getting in these 3rd down situations. There's an inaccurate pass from Dwayne Haskins. So Minnesota will take it after the punt. There's a nice little juke move and spin move from Stephon Diggs. He would fumble, but the Vikings would get it back. Now, here we go. It's Kirk Cousins, and he's looking on 2nd and 2, and he's going to find a receiver for a completion. They will take a timeout and kick a field goal before the half. It would be good. It's a 20-point lead for the home team. So Minnesota gets the ball as well coming out of the half, but that's Josh Norman cutting it off for the pick. He's been playing well these 2 games. And Josh Norman giving the Redskins some form of life here as it's a 3rd and 5 and a big sack. Danielle Hunter. So the Redskins going to take this field goal attempt, and Dustin Hopkins going to drill it dead center. So it's still a 17-point lead for Minnesota as they take over with the football. 3rd and 12, and that's going to be complete. Kirk Cousins, beautiful throw. 3rd and 7 here, and another good throw by Kirk Cousins to Laquan Treadwell for another first down for Minnesota. Now Cousins drops back to throw, and that one's going to be tipped and intercepted, and it's Josh Norman again. And Norman this time has room to run, and he will score. The Washington Redskins have gotten themselves back in this game with some defense. Mainly 2 picks from Josh Norman, so it's a 10-point game. Laquan Treadwell would catch that one on 3rd down. He wouldn't make it to the marker, so after the punt, Redskins take over. It's Bryce Love. And Bryce Love getting near the first down marker before he fumbles. And it's picked up by Xavier Rhodes. And the Minnesota Vikings have it on a 3rd and 6. They cannot complete the screenplay. They would take the field goal. It's going to give them a 13-point lead. So the Redskins need 2 TDs, and Jordan Reed on a 3rd and 26 is going to catch the ball, but he's not going to get to the marker. The Redskins are going to go for it on 4th and 7 here in the 3rd quarter, looking for a man. He's going to complete that to Terry McLaurin for the first down. So the Redskins drive stays alive. It's Bryce Love, and Bryce Love with a beautiful run of 17 yards, going to get them down to the 30. Now from the 29-yard line, it's Haskins. He's going to run this thing himself and slide down at the 14-yard line, giving a 2nd and 9 later on to the Redskins. Samaje Perine is going to get a face mask called against him, and that is going to put the Redskins up to the 8-yard line with a first down. But now it is 3rd and goal, and Haskins going to try to run this thing himself into the end zone, and he will get caught at the 1-yard line. 4th and goal. Redskins going to go for it again, and Bryce Love will waltz into the end zone untouched. Beautiful. So that's going to be a touchdown, Redskins. They're within 6 points. They have battled their way back into this game. Here is Cousins, and he takes way too long to get rid of the football, and Matthew Ioannidis comes in with a huge sack, his 5th of the year. 3rd and 19 now. Cousins sitting back there, and he will launch one really deep, and that is going to be tipped and not intercepted. So Vikings would turn around and punt. Redskins have a chance. With 6:13 to go, it's a 3rd and 4 for them, and that's a beautiful completion to Jordan Reed. That's going to be some good run after the catch inside the 20-yard or the 30-yard line to the 23 for the Redskins, and that's going to be a big sack. Can't take one of those. Daniil Hunter's been doing it all day. 4 sacks for the man. 2nd and 23, and another sack going to get there as they can't get the screen away, and that's Weatherly. Stephen Weatherly going to get it done there. Now a 3rd and 33, and nearly caught by Terry McLaurin, but 3 Vikings would jar it loose. Redskins would actually punt it here. They would get a fumble, but it would be picked up by Amir Abdullah on 1st and 10. And it would be a 3rd and 13 later on with 2:40 to play. Here is Kirk Cousins. He's going to throw that one. That's going to be complete. Breaks a tackle, breaks another one, but can't get to the marker, so the Vikings would punt here. Now, Redskins with 2:20 to go. Jordan Reed going to get the first down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 35. It's Haskins, and he's going to find Bryce Love up the middle. That's going to be a first down completion, but Bryce Love would be injured on the play. These running back injuries for the Washington Redskins have just become too much. There's another one, and a beautiful toe drag by Paul Richardson Jr. Redskins getting really close here. 2nd and 11. Haskins going to run this one himself. He's going to take it out of bounds, save some time. There's 1:19 on the clock. So now Haskins looking on a 3rd and 22. He is going to roll to his right. He's going to throw a little mini pass there. That's going to be incomplete. So that's going to leave a 4th and 22 that the Redskins have got to complete. And with the rush and the hit, Haskins overthrows it, so that's going to do it. Minnesota will run out the clock. Haskins could not get the clutch win here like he did against New England. So a 90.3 rating, 12 out of 23 for 267, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Kirk Cousins did not have a good game. He was 20 of 31 for 213 and 2 picks. Looking at the rushing game, Amir Abdullah had a wonderful game in Dalvin Cook's stead. He had 117 yards and 3 touchdowns on only 6 carries. Bryce Love was doing all right, 14 carries for 54 yards and a touchdown until he got hurt. Dalvin Cook had 2 carries for 25. Samaje Perine had 5 carries for 18, and the 1 carry from Adrian Peterson didn't count, obviously, due to penalty. Bryce Love also led the whole game in receiving yardage with 3 catches for 78 yards. Touchdown was obviously by Terry McLaurin. No one else caught a receiving touchdown, so we were able to lock down Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen in that regard. 12 tackles for Sean Dion Hamilton, 4 sacks for Daniil Hunter, and 2 for Stephen Weatherly. That really made the difference in this one, in my honest opinion. You can let me know what you think in the comment section below. Over on the interception thing, Josh Norman played awesome. Loved his 2 interceptions. They were very heads-up plays. 2 forced fumbles by Harrison Smith was a lot. Vikings were able to really take advantage of those. Landon Collins did go get an upgrade, so we gave that over to him. Montez Sweat would also get one, so that would put him at a 77 overall right now. And Dwayne Haskins would get himself a point here, so we're going to go ahead and put that on strong arm, as we do want his arm to be a little bit more powerful and more dynamic. Hopefully he can continue to grow in that way. Tim Settle would turn around and get a point here. I don't know how that happened, but maybe on special teams or something. But good for him. He's a 65 now. Look at all these running back injuries. Darius Geis, 2 more weeks. Bryce Love, 4 weeks. Adrian Peterson, 2 more weeks. It's going to be crazy without all these running backs, and we have 2 middle linebackers out. Of course, Reuben Foster was never in. Cole Holcomb will be out for another 4 weeks. So big injuries we're dealing with, and we've got to go into 2 games next week against AFC East opponents, I believe. I think we're playing Bills and Jets next week. Josh Norman would get himself on the Players of the Week for Week 8 with his 4 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown. Of course, Amir Abdullah had a hell of a game, too, against us, and he would be the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy the radio show as well as the games recap, guys. Please go ahead and drop a like as well as subscribe if you are new. Plenty more of this franchise and other content coming your way here on Franchise Gaming, where there is franchise content all day, every day. Do not forget to hit that notification bell and don't miss a beat. Thank you, guys, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye-bye.
You're a pretty little